China。掌声欢迎香港特别行政区行政长官李家超到台就座。也请梁教授陪同主礼嘉宾到台。We now give a round of applause to welcome Mr. Yan Xiongzheng, Director of Liaison Office of the Central People's Government in the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region。我们用最热烈的掌声欢迎中央人民政府驻香港特别行政区联络办公室主任郑燕雄先生到台。And also Professor Priscilla Leung Mei Fun, GBSJP, Founding President of Hong Kong Association for External Friendship。也欢迎香港对外交流友好协会创会主席梁美芬教授 GBSJP。And welcome the Honorable Andrew Leung Kun Yun, GBM, GBSJP, President of the Legislative Council of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region。掌声欢迎香港立法会主席梁俊彦先生。And also Mr. Jianmin Fang, Deputy Commissioner of Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region。掌声欢迎中央人民政府驻香港特别行政区外交部副特派员方建民先生。And also Mr. Tim Leung, GBSJP, Chairman of the University Grants Committee。继续欢迎大学教育资助委员会雷天良先生。Let's give a round of applause to all of our officiating guests on stage。我们再次用掌声欢迎各位我们在台上的主礼嘉宾。Please be seated。谢谢各位，请各位就座。
Now, without further ado, let's give a round of applause to welcome the founding president of the Hong Kong Association for External Friendship, Professor Priscilla Leung Mei Fun, GBS JP, to deliver the opening speech. Professor Leung, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to speak more languages to say hello to you, only if time allows. The fact is, I have to come back to the real world. Honorable Chief Executive Mr. John Lee, Director of Central Liaison Office Mr. Zheng Yanxiong, Vice Minister of Education Mr. Huang Yan, Deputy Commissioner of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the Hong Kong SAR, Mr. Fang Jianming, Honorable Mr. Andrew Leung, and Mr. Tim Leung. Ladies and gentlemen, old friends and new friends, welcome, welcome. On behalf of the Hong Kong Association for External Friendship, I welcome you all to come to Hong Kong. There are two purposes for us to sit here today. One is to examine the major theme of our summit, namely, how to educate AI before we allow them to educate our youth. Second is to connect. The world needs to be connected. Same for knowledge. You and I sitting here are making history today by staging this mega event in Hong Kong. We have more than 55 university presidents and leaders bringing along your outstanding students from all parts of the world. Such heavy weight of intellectual talents together is very powerful. First of all, how AI being coexists with human being, with happiness and prosperity. I like to use the word being, as AI nowadays is no longer only a high-tech tool for our daily lives or for science and technology. They are everything. Human beings cannot live without AI anymore. But how about AI being? Will they supersede human being one day? before it is too late. We must act now. Having such huge pool of top talents here, we all know AI revolution is happening faster than anyone expects. On one hand, we welcome it, such as what you just seen. The little AI tool for languages has enabled me to speak in 8 languages. How wonderful it is. It is miraculous. It is good. It is convenient. While the whole world is expecting the changes that AI revolution will bring along, whether humanitarian values that we treasure, such as civilization, rule of law, ethics, and morals, survive in this revolution. Are we ready? What may face our children or our grandchildren when they play with AI, friends, teachers, professors, and scientists from day and night? I'm sure our future generation will be smarter than us. They may even be genius. But how about their personality? I'm a barrister and a law professor. I know far too well that law has been lagged behind in this AI revolution. What will happen one day when AI can make their own laws and deviated from human values and civilization? Everyone sitting here are the leaders of top talents of their own country. As university leaders, we need to be very awakened of the fact that we cannot just, for convenience, subscribe any AI tools as teachers for our students, which do not have a bottom line for non-supersedable human values. And we have to join hands to face this. It is not only a single country issue, but a mankind issue. Mr. Jackson Huang said recently in Hong Kong that AI is humanity's greatest invention, and AI world has already come. I concur. But I must point out that opportunities comes with challenges. We need to talk about AI governance if we are to reap its benefits and prevent its abuse and malicious use. As well, how to protect our youth not to grow up like an AI being, but remain as a human being. We need global cooperation, and there's no better place to start this collaborative effort than here at this summit. We stand for global cooperation across the whole spectrum of the ethical and technological aspects. I advocate for a people-centered approach to steer the direction of AI revolution. In brief, the AI tools, before being subscribed, shall be input our human principles, including ethics, morals, as well as to comply with the rule of law, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, we should work out an intelligent global consensus on AI education before it gets too late. My other objective today is to connect. This summit is to enhance the growth of friendship amongst academic leaders in the world. More cooperation, more mutual respect and trust will certainly do good for humankind, especially amidst this unavoidable global tension. It will reflect the shining part of academia and university leaders. Once again, welcome to Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a very nice place. I hope you enjoyed the cruise and Palace Museum yesterday. Hong Kong is a place where East meets West. In this small city, we have 5 universities ranked in the top 100. We have an overwhelming concentration of talents and resources in this region. To our overseas professors and students, I extend our hand of friendship and invite you to take part in realizing your dream here. Hong Kong is very beautiful, having a very attractive low-tax system. We continue to practice common law and have a bilingual system under one country, 2 systems. How nice Hong Kong is. We welcome you to come and feel it. At least I can promise you one thing. There will be plentiful opportunities for talented scientists and scholars of every stripe, in every discipline. You may read the policy address of our CE this year. You are certainly very encouraged to come and take advantage of the new opportunities that will mushroom across this region, especially in the Greater Bay Area, which will develop into the future Silicon Valley in the East. Moreover, to organize such a summit in half a year is quite a mission impossible. Without the unwavering support of UGC and our 9 universities, as well as our generous sponsors, this summit may not come true. Last but not least, a draft of consensus has been prepared on AI teaching, learning, and research with human values, ethics, and rule of law, which will be put on the table waiting for your comment. It is hopeful we can join hands to push this consensus ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Leung. And let's take this opportunity to know more about AI being while keeping our authenticity and characteristic as a human being. Thank you, Professor Leung, and please be seated. Today is our honor to have our guest of honor, Don John Lee Ka-chiu, GBM, SBS, PDSM, PMSM, the Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China, for joining us today.
Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Chief Executive to the stage to share his profound insights with us.
Let's welcome Chief Executive.
Honorable Director Zheng Yanxiong, Deputy Commissioner Fang Jianming, Professor Priscilla Liang, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I think none of you realize that Priscilla was so versatile that he could speak so many languages and so correctly. And I realized that it was, well, the AI which is helping her so much, and so next time I will be as versatile as Priscilla. And I probably can send just my AI representative. A warm welcome to Hong Kong and the Global University Presidents and Leaders Summit. I'm pleased to address this summit and you, our distinguished guests, more than 50 renowned university leaders, academic experts, and elite students from over 20 countries and regions. I welcome you to Hong Kong to share your insights. You are here to work towards a brighter, more interconnected future for all of us. Hong Kong attaches great importance to attracting professional talent and strategic companies to help us build a flourishing new future. We are working just as hard to nurture homegrown talent as well. And Hong Kong is privileged to count 5 universities among the world's top 100, including 3 among Asia's top 10. Our unique advantages spring from one country, two systems. Thanks to this unique principle, we enjoy unwavering support from our country, together with global connectivity. A world city and Asia's global city, Hong Kong attracts students from more than 100 countries. Over half of the academic staff in our institutions comes from outside Hong Kong. And we are building on that solid foundation. The Hong Kong SAR government endeavors to develop Hong Kong into an international post-secondary education hub. As stated in my annual policy address this year, we are promoting our Study in Hong Kong brand, as well as hosting more international education exhibitions and high-profile conferences such as this. Our universities also encourage exchange and collaboration agreements with our counterparts around the world. That includes educational institutions in countries participating in the Belt and Road Initiative. Indeed, we have expanded our Belt and Road scholarship schemes for non-local students. For local students, we are launching a Hong Kong Future Talents Scholarship Scheme for advanced studies. And we have far-reaching plans for our post-secondary institutions. They include setting aside more than 80 hectares of land in the northern metropolis, a new area of growth near our boundary with Shenzhen, for a new northern metropolis university town. We encourage our institutions to explore more innovative programs and research and exchange collaborations with prestigious universities from mainland China and overseas. Hong Kong is among 11 cities, including Macau, and 9 in Guangdong province, that make up the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area, a fast integrating region counting more than 86 million people and a collective GDP last year of about 1.9 trillion US dollars. That is comparable to 9th or 10th biggest economy in the world. 4 Hong Kong universities have already built campuses in the Greater Bay Area, and we encourage multilateral and cross-disciplinary partnerships with other cities in the Greater Bay Area. Together, I'm confident that we will boost academic and research development, knowledge transfer, and industrialization and commercialization, propelling the Greater Bay Area's rise as an international innovation and technology hub. The world, to be sure, is becoming more and more complicated, worrying so. But it is precisely in challenging times such as these that cooperation, rather than isolation, is imperative. And at every level, within every sector, institution, and interest of societies and peoples everywhere. This welcome summit, a gathering of exceptional and exceptionally innovative minds from all over the world, is a worthy working model for these complex times, for all times. Together, engaged in building trust, sharing insights, and shaping local, regional, and global agendas, we can begin to make a difference in education and all that education entails. I'm grateful to the Hong Kong Association for External Friendship for hosting this 2-day summit. My thanks as well to the support of the University Grants Committee and 9 Hong Kong universities. My thanks, of course, to Priscilla and her AI. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a rewarding summit and an enjoyable stay in Hong Kong, the East meets West Center for International Cultural Exchange. This inspiring summit and each and every one of you makes that brilliantly clear. Do take some time out of your busy schedule here to enjoy all that Hong Kong has to offer. Autumn is the season to go on hikes in our many country parks, located just a stone's throw away from the city. At night, enjoy the wine and dine scenes in our renowned restaurants and some of Asia's and the world's top bars all around town. Have a wonderful time in Hong Kong. Enjoy the summit. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Executive, and we look forward to the AI version of Chief Executive for joining us next time. Thank you. And now it's our great honor to invite Mr. Yan Xiongzheng, Director of the Liaison Office of the Central People's Government in the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, to deliver his speech. 掌声欢迎中央人民政府驻香港特别行政区联络办公室主任郑彦雄先生为我们发言。Welcome, Mr. Zheng.
尊敬的李家超行政长官，各位教育界的同仁，各位朋友，大家上午好。非常高兴看到来自港澳、内地以及世界各地的大学校长在香港相会，共同探讨知识全球化这一重要的命题，共同为中国和世界高等教育的交流互鉴及未来发展助力加油。首先，我代表中央政府驻港联络办，对知识全球化大学校长高峰论坛2024的顺利举办表示热烈的祝贺，对梁美芬主席精心组织这一次论坛，以及各位教育界同仁为此付出的辛勤努力表示衷心的感谢。今年7月，中共20届三中全会胜利召开，擘画了进一步全面深化改革、推进中国式现代化的宏伟蓝图，提出了一系列涉及香港的改革举措，为香港由治及兴、加快发展带来了新的机遇。全会强调支持香港、澳门打造国际高端人才集聚高地，健全香港、澳门在国家对外开放中更好发挥作用的机制，强调深化教育综合改革、深化科技体制改革、深化人才发展体制机制改革，提出优化高等教育布局，加快建设中国特色、世界一流的大学和优势学科等等，为香港高校积极参与国家发展战略提供了重要指导。今年9月，习近平主席出席全国教育大会并发表重要讲话，亲自对建设教育强国做出了一系列的新部署。在这样的大背景下，在香港举办知识全球化大学校长高峰论坛，可谓恰逢其时，恰逢其事。借此机会，我和大家分享3点认识：一是坚持立德树人的根本宗旨，发挥高效力量，共育天下英才。培养什么人？怎样培养人？为谁培养人？是教育的本质。香港大学的校训明德格物，香港中文大学的校训博文乐理，香港城市大学的校训敬业乐群，香港岭南大学的校训作育英才等等，本质都是宣示培养什么人， 也决定了大学的发展方向、格局、气度和影响力。当前，世界面临100年未有之大变局，不断提升青年学生的格局、视野、人文精神和科学素养十分重要。我注意到，此次论坛的议题包括艺术、科学和青年的全面发展、人工智能时代的伦理和价值观教育等等。希望能够借此机会，进一步凝聚世界知名高校立德树人的共识，搭建全球性的人才培养平台，共同培养德才兼备、有世界眼光、致力构建人类命运共同体的高素质人才。二是坚持大学国际化的重要方向，构建互联互通的国际高等教育合作网络。香港回归祖国以来，特别行政区政府在中央的支持下，坚守大学安全稳定的底线，坚定不移维护大学自主和学术自由，支持大学开展广泛的国际合作，推动香港各大学实现快速发展。香港大学等5所高校连续多年位居世界100强，而且排名不断的进位。香港高校的国际化特色十分突出，在最新国际排名中，香港城市大学、香港大学、香港科技大学、香港理工大学列全球最国际化大学前10位。香港成为连续6年拥有全球最多最国际化大学的城市。当前，香港正在着力打造国际专上教育枢纽。我注意到，此次论坛的议题包括数据科学与新型国际秩序、大学治理和创新等等，希望能够借此机会，进一步深化香港高校与世界高等教育界的沟通联系，增进彼此间的理解、尊重和信任，加强合作办学和学术交流，为人类文明进步和科技发展携手并进。3是坚持造福社会的崇高使命，为人类文明进步贡献大学智慧和担当。当今世界，大学越来越成为承载社会期待和延续人类文明的重要资源，正在应对气候变化、粮食安全、公共卫生、生命健康、社会治理、地区冲突等世界共同难题中发挥越来越重要的作用。我注意到，此次论坛的议题包括人工智能的跨学科应用、人口变化与未来教育等等，希望能够借此机会，使香港和世界各地的优秀大学更加紧密地团结起来，秉持开放理念和创新精神，在关键领域加强国际科学研究合作、优质教育资源共享等，让优秀传统守护思想家园，让守正创新突破思维枷锁，让先进技术跨越国界障碍，为解决人类社会的重大科学难题和社会问题做出大学应有的贡献。最后，我代表中央政府驻港联络办，祝愿这次论坛圆满成功。同时，也欢迎各位远道而来的朋友们，在参会之余，抽出时间到香港的山海之间、大街小巷去看一看，亲身感受东方之珠的魅力风采。谢谢大家。
再次感谢郑主任的致辞 ，Thank you, Mr. 郑。 再次感谢您的到来，请回座。And now we are going to have an officiating ceremony to formally kick off the summit of this year. 那现在呢，我们准备会进行一个启动仪式。我们有请台上的各位嘉宾移步到台前位置。So coming next, we'll have an officiating ceremony to kick off the summit this year. 那等一下呢，我们将会进行一个启动仪式，也邀请我们台上的各位嘉宾可以为我们一起主持这个重要的仪式。那大家可以看到，我们的仪式台已经来到我们的台前。So now may I invite our officiating guests to join us on the stage and also put your hand on the officiating bar. Yep, please put one of your hand on the bar and let's take a group picture first. 请各位先单手放在我们的仪式台上面，我们先来一张的合影。To symbolize our unity and also to showcase the exceptional nature of the collaboration. So let's take a group picture first. On the count of 3, may I invite all officiating guests to pull the bar. 那我们一起倒数3声之后，邀请各位嘉宾为我们拉杆。So 大家准备好了吗 ？Are you ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. The Global University Presidents and Leaders Summit 2024 is officially commenced. Congratulations! 支持全球化大学校长高峰论坛正式开始，请各位继续留步。So now we'll take a few group pictures. So may I invite our sponsors to join us on stage?
May I invite the platinum sponsor, New World Development Company Limited. May I invite on stage Mrs. Jennifer Yu Cheng, Group President and Deputy Vice Chairwoman of CTF Education, Group and Director of International Education Affairs of Hong Kong Association for External Friendship. And may I also invite from the Bank of China, Mr. Sun Yu, who is the Vice Chairman and Chief Executive of Bank of China.
Also, I would like to invite the following distinguished guests to join us on stage, including Dr. On Starry Lee Wai King, GBS-JP Advisor, and also Dr. Chen Lai Wan and SBS-JP Founding Governor of Hong Kong Association of External Friendship, Ms. Maria Tan Wai Ji, GBM GBS-JP Invited Advisor, and also Mr. Eric Zhen Hua Wai, GBS-IDSM-JP Secretary for Constitutional and Mainland Affairs, Constitutional and Mainland Affairs Bureau, HKSAR Government. 继续有请中央人民政府驻香港特别行政区联络办公室教育科技部部长王伟明博士 and also Ms. Carol Yip Meng Kun, Director of the Chief Executive Offices. Let's welcome our guests.
May I now invite Ms. Rosanna Law Shupui, JP Permanent Secretary for Housing and Director of Housing Bureau, HKSAR Government, Dr. Ji Chun-Fai Jeff, JP Undersecretary for Education from the Education Bureau, Hong Kong SAR Government. May I also invite Professor Freddie Bowie Yin Chiang, President of City University of Hong Kong and the new Governor of the Head of Universities Committee. May I also invite Professor Alexander Y. Ping Kong, JP, President and Vice Chancellor of the Hong Kong Baptist University. May I also invite Professor Chin S. Zhou, President of Lingnan University. And may I also have Professor Rocky Tuan, the Vice Chancellor and President of the Chinese University of Hong Kong. May I also have Professor John Lee Chi King, JP, President of the Education University of Hong Kong, Professor Jing Guang Teng, BBS JP, President of the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, Professor Nancy Ip, SBS, BBS, MH, JP, President of the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, Professor Xiang Zhang, JP, President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Hong Kong. Professor Paul Lam Kwan Sing, SBS, JP, President of the Hong Kong Metropolitan University. Please join me in welcoming them to the stage for this memorable group photo.
Let's give a round of applause to all the guests on stage. Thank you for joining us. And let's take a group picture here. Please look at our official cameraman at the center. Thank you, and please remain on stage. Now we would like to invite our other distinguished guests to join us.
Now I would like to invite the Institute's founding members on stage to take a group photo. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Daniel Fung, SBS SCJP Founding Governor, Mr. Yao Andrew, BBS JP Founding Governor, Dr. Lee Manfai Richard, Vice Governor, Mr. Fang Wenchuan, Invited Advisor, Mr. Chan Chak Ming, Executive Vice President, Dr. Chan King Keng Eugene, SBS BBS JP, Executive Vice President, Mr. Lawrence Bram, Vice Chairperson and Director of International Cultural Exchange, Dr. Chan Hing Keng Henry, Director of Honorary Consul Liaison, and Mr. Young Samuel, GBS MH JP, Honorary Governor. May I also invite on stage Reverend Kuhn Canon Peter Douglas, BBS OSTJ JP, Honorary Governor, Divan Saiful Alam, Advisor of Ethnic Minority Affairs. May I also invite on stage Ms. Rita Gurum, Advisor of Ethnic Minority Affairs. May we also have Ms. Kan Wai Moon, Carmen JP, Vice Governor, Mr. William Yeung, Vice Governor, Mr. Lam Chi Wing Gordon, Vice Governor, Mr. Un Ai Man Raymond, Board Member, Mr. Hong Chiu Hwa Derek, MH, Board Member, Professor Ho Kin Chung, BBS JP, Board Member and Director of Environmental, Polar Research and Sustainable Development. May I also have Mr. Poon Prakash, Board Member and Director of Ethnic Minority Affairs, Professor Rajesh Sharma, Secretary General and Director of International Law Section. May I also have Mr. Kamar Minhas, the Advisor of Ethnic Minority Affairs, Mr. Raj Sital, Advisor of Ethnic Minority Affairs, followed by Mr. Dilip Parmanand, Advisor of Ethnic Minority Affairs.
也请昊天律师事务所全国监事会主席张淼到台。And also Mr. Kenny Ford， 有请霍启刚先生也来到我们的当中一起合影，有请各位。So now may I invite all of our guests on stage to take a group picture together. Please look at our official cameraman at the center. 非常感谢我们各位嘉宾今天的到来。It's our great honor to have all of our guests here for joining us in the summit today. 也请各位看看我们后方的媒体朋友。Please look at our media friends at the back. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to all of our guests, especially to our guests of honor. Let's give a round of applause to our guests of honor, the on-join Casey Lee and Mr. Yan Xiong Zheng. Due to other commitment, our guests of honor will leave now. Once again, please join me to give a round of applause to our Honorable Chief Executive and Mr. Zheng. Thank you. 再次感谢行政长官李家超以及郑彦雄主任今天的到来。我们非常荣幸今天可以邀请到我们的主礼嘉宾到来，参与我们的仪式。再次感谢行政长官以及晏主任以及郑主任，谢谢。 It's our great honor to have our guest of honor and all of our guests for joining us here. Thank you. Thank you for joining us in the officiating ceremony. 再次感谢各位今天的到来，为我们的论坛声色不少。As just our guest of honor said, it's very important for us to know more about the AI being. 像我们刚刚的主礼嘉宾所说，非常重要的是，让我们先了解一下 AI 人工智能在我们的生活之中不可或缺的一部分。
Now, moving forward, we are delighted to invite university presidents and education experts from all over the world to participate in today's prestigious academic event. Now, please join me with the honor of hearing from Mr. Yan Wu, member of the CPC leading group of the Ministry of Education, Vice Minister of Education of the People's Republic of China. Although he is not able to join us today in person, he recorded a few words for us. Let's play the video.
尊敬的李家超行政长官，亲爱的各位校长、各位同事，值此2024年世界大学校长高峰论坛召开之际，我谨代表中国教育部向论坛的顺利举行表示热烈的祝贺，向出席论坛的各位校长和嘉宾表示诚挚的欢迎，向香港对外交流友好协会、大学教育资助委员会以及论坛顾问委员会各位同仁表示衷心的感谢。习近平主席指出，教育是强国建设、民族复兴之基，中国政府始终高度重视发展教育，推动教育事业取得历史性的成就，发生了格局性变化，已经建成了世界上规模最大的教育体系。中国高等教育已经进入普及化发展阶段，高等教育毛入学率超过了60%，在学人数超过4700万，新增劳动力平均受教育年限达到14.2年，拥有大学文化程度的人口超过了2.5亿人。高校在人才培养和基础研究、重大科技突破等方面做出了重大的贡献。我们坚持教育对外开放，中国教育的朋友圈越来越大。我们支持港澳地区在教育对外开放中发挥积极作用，进一步深化与世界各国的教育合作与交流。各位校长、各位同事，香港特别行政区背靠祖国，面向世界，是中国开展国际交流合作的重要枢纽之一。本次世界大学校长高峰论坛在香港举办，具有重要意义。新一轮科技革命和产业变革使得知识产生和传播方式发生了深远的变化，教育、科技、人才的融合发展，共同推动和支撑社会经济的持续进步。今年，中国共产党召开了20届3中全会和全国科技大会、全国教育大会，明确了教育、科技、人才是中国式现代化的基础性、战略性支撑，对统筹推进教育、科技、人才体制机制一体改革做出了系统的部署。本次论坛以知识全球化为主题，涉及人工智能与教育等多个领域，为参会的各位大学校长提供了交流观点、分享智慧的新平台，将有助于凝聚教育改革发展共识， 探寻技术变革背景下教育发展新路径。借此难得的机会，我愿提出3点倡议：一是更高质量推动教育科技人才合作。当前，科技革命和产业变革加速演进，特别是以人工智能在多个领域的广泛运用为标志，全球进入创新创造密集时期。中国持续开展高质量国际科研合作。中国地质大学牵头发起深识数字地球国际大科学计划，是国际地质科学联合会认可的首个大科学计划，已有来自28个国家、地区和学术组织的2740多名科学家参与。厦门大学牵头发起海洋负排放大科学计划，已有33个国家和地区、近80所科研院所和高校成为计划的合作伙伴。中国高校已与世界各国高校、科研机构共同设立136个国际合作联合实验室。下一步，我们愿与世界各国一道，推进教育科技人才一体协同发展，在基础学科、新兴学科、交叉学科领域，支持高校打造更多高水平国际科研合作平台，进一步推进未来领军人才培养，进一步开展基础理论和关键技术研究，携手应对人类发展面临的重大挑战。二是更大规模推动数字教育合作。教育数字化是缩小教育差距、提高教育质量、实现优质教育资源共享的有效途径。中国正在深入实施教育数字化战略，建设国家智慧教育公共服务平台，促进优质教育资源广泛共享。截止到目前，平台共开设了2.7万门高等教育慕课课程，累计注册用户突破1.43亿人，浏览量超过536亿次，访客量达38亿人次。我们正在以数字化为支撑，利用数字技术的普惠和智慧特征，让更多的优质教育资源突破时空，连通城乡，跨越山海，使每个人都能通过教育启迪心智，获得人生出彩的机会。下一步，我们将进一步建设国家智慧教育公共服务平台国际版，与各国分享优质资源，也希望各位积极参与推广。三是更深层次开展中外青少年学生交流。学生交流在增进中外高校相互理解、开展务实合作中发挥着不可替代的作用。今年以来，中国正在稳步地推进落实邀请美国青少年来华交流学习的5年5万倡议，以及邀请法国和欧洲青少年来华交流的3年1万欧洲翻番倡议等旗舰项目。下一步，中国教育部愿意支持中国高校与世界各国高校建立更加紧密的务实合作关系，共同举办人才联合培养、国际暑期学校等长短期学生交流项目，通过中外青少年更紧密的交流，超越差异，增进认同，促进合作，共塑教育发展美好的未来。各位校长、各位同事，打造公平、开放、共享、包容的教育发展环境，推动教育高质量发展，是我们共同的责任。让我们敞开心扉，畅所欲言，分享在人工智能、大学治理、 知识全球化等领域的真知灼见，让我们携手并肩，同向同行，探索中外高等教育交流和科研合作新模式、新形式，为构建人类命运共同体、增进各国人民福祉做出新的更大的贡献。最后，预祝本次论坛取得圆满成功。谢谢各位。
Thank you, Mr. Wu, for the inspiring message. Now it is my honor to invite Mr. Tim Leung, GBS JP, Chairman of the University Grants Committee, on stage to say a few words to us. Mr. Lui, please.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and a very warm welcome to all of you. It is indeed my honor to stand before such a remarkable gathering of leaders in education today. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the founding president of the Hong Kong Association for External Friendship, Professor Priscilla Leung, for her ongoing support to the development of the education sector. Indeed, the University Grants Committee is most pleased to render our support to such a significant and impactful event. It is encouraging that this room, filled with participants coming from all parts of the world, is a clear testament to Hong Kong's strength as an international post-secondary education hub. As we embark on this summit, we hope to provide a platform that fosters a collaborative environment, championing innovation and progress in education on a global scale. Today and tomorrow, we will have the privilege of hearing from high-caliber speakers representing universities and different sectors worldwide, delving into a diverse array of topics surrounding the future of education. In this day and age, the future of education lies not just in creating active bearers, but in equipping young minds to become intellectually agile and creative. Within the UGC, there has been an ongoing effort to unleash the potential of students and enhance learning experiences. To this end, the indispensable role of STEAM education and interdisciplinarity in the landscape of education is clear. As we confront the myriad of challenges facing our society today, from environmental vulnerability to demographic changes, a holistic approach to education is essential in preparing the next generation of leaders and problem solvers. So by offering an integrated approach to learning that integrates different disciplines into a cohesive curriculum, STEAM education will be one of the keys to equipping students with the skills and the mindset needed to navigate an increasingly complex and interconnected world. By embracing interdisciplinarity and encouraging research and collaboration across diverse fields, we can better prepare our students for the challenges ahead. Likewise, AI is reshaping everything in drastic ways with incredible pace. There are immense opportunities as well as pitfalls that we must be well aware of in making gainful use of AI for a better world. Now, with that in mind, I'm certain that this is just the beginning of a much deeper conversation on education that will be further explored in the coming sessions. I eagerly anticipate the insightful sessions and meaningful discussions we will have throughout this particular summit. Last but not least, I would like to express my gratitude to you all, including those traveling from afar and from our university partners here, for joining in this summit. I wish you all a most wonderful and fruitful time here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Louis. Warm wishes for our summit. Please be seated.
And now